Yes. This affair was going on for years prior to 2022, and these two lied. They took the stand and, in my very well-educated opinion, told lies under oath to this judge, to these lawyers, to Fulton County, to all of us.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Ahead of Friday's hearing to determine whether or not Fani, Willis, and the Fulton County DA's office will be taken off of the Donald Trump election interference trial, the text messages from yesterday's witness, Terrence Bradley, have been released. Now, if you thought he was evasive, it's a whole nother Terrence in these text messages. Let me just say, it's been the strangest thing. I don't know what's going on here, but a couple weeks ago, I had Candace Owens on the channel. Candace Owens is about to be on the Joe Budden podcast. And now, Megyn Kelly. I don't know what's going on here. I know what's going on. They're telling the truth. You know, you can't get around the truth.
I have here in front of me the texts.
Wow.
I've got 31 pages of the text messages sent between Ashley Merchant and Terrence Bradley. We've got them.
Uh-oh.
We've got them right here. We're going to go through them together. Just got them. Obtained by our guest, Phil Holloway. I told you he was breaking big news in this case, and here he breaks it again right here on the Megyn Kelly Show.
Man.
You heard a couple of them earlier discussed in this show, but we are going to go over them all in order as they happened. Not every single one, because there's 31 pages. We'll be here all day, but the relevant one. Again, these are some of the texts that Terrence Bradley is now claiming he was merely speculating about.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that speculation testimony. He got up there and really clammed up. But the good thing is all these texts have been entered into the exhibits, I believe, for the case. So they're on the record. So the judge knows about these texts, let's just say.
This morning, in the past few minutes, trying to get something in order here, the portion of text exchanges we received, we believe this is everything. We believe this is all texts between Merchant and Bradley. That's what we understand at this time. They show Merchant and Bradley texting as far back as September. Here's September 18th, where Merchant texts. Look at this. We're putting them on the board for you. You guys got to go to youtube.com/Megyn Kelly to sign up. You can watch all this live when it drops later today. Merchant texts, any idea who I could get an affidavit from on the affair?
Wow.
Bradley responds, no. No one would freely burn that bridge. We had heard her make reference to this back on February 15th at the hearing. We've never seen it. Merchant responds, okay. If Chris was asked under oath, would he know? Don't know who Chris is. Merchant is likely, though, talking about Wade's law partner, Chris Campbell. Bradley responds, no. Okay, so the question was, if Chris is asked, would he know? Bradley says, no. Merchant says, wow, I figured he would. I didn't expect them to be so careful. Bradley responds, he knows, but he won't admit it. I'm sorry, but this is not how someone who knows nothing about an affair sounds.
Right.
It's like the guy, he's caught. Sorry. Like Nathan's caught, Fani's caught, Terrence is caught giving it up. Ashley Merchant has been an honest broker from the beginning and was wrongfully smeared by Willis. Let's keep going, all right?
Yeah, she's right about that. When Fani Willis came up there, Ashley Merchant was the first thing on her mind. Like, she wanted to get that clear that she had an issue with Mrs. Merchant and how she was talking about her in the prior days of testimony. You know, she got mischaracterized as stretching the truth.
All right. January 5th, 2024. That's before Ashley Merchant filed her motion requesting that Wade and Willis and the entire DA's office be disqualified from further prosecuting this case. She texts, I assume you knew about the trips. Wow, oh, wow. Insane. I'm shocked. And then she goes on, well, not really, but somewhat. And he writes, no, I didn't. When did it happen? She says, last trip was this summer, May or June. He says, no, I didn't know I was gone by then. Doesn't surprise me. This is the part we were just talking about. Doesn't surprise me. They took many trips to Florida, Texas. Again, that's new. We didn't know about that. And then she responds, and Napa. And he writes, California. And she writes, yep. And then he says when she moved her daughter there. She responds, I can't believe they were so carefree. I'm trying to anticipate her response when I blow this up. And he says something about her daughter flunking out of a school, FAMU.
FAMU. Yeah, that kind of came up in discussion yesterday. FAMU. And I think it's come up one time before where they were talking about whether or not they were dating at the time or they had taken. That's what it was. It was in Fani Willis's or Nathan Wade's testimony where they were talking about you all took trips to California, right? That might be another point that you might have to question, to see if they actually perjured themselves.
And moving to California in defense of the daughter. No idea whether that's true. Let's see that she goes on to say, dang, they had a full-on relationship. Insane, just insane. And he responds, he went to help her move her, meaning the daughter. She responds, why she would hire him is insane. He writes, yes. He's admitting, I agree, it's insane she hired him.
Right.
Why would it be insane to hire him if they weren't having an affair? He's saying right here they were having an affair when she hired him.
Right.
Which we knew. It was obvious. That's what the evidence has shown. And this is where the text we went over earlier comes in, which we'd only seen a portion of earlier.
He sure didn't say that on the stand yesterday. He got real shook. Something's got him sweating bullets over there.
Where she responds, like, just date him. Don't hire him.
Right.
And she says, do you think it started before she hired him? He responds, absolutely. And then added, it started when she left the DA's office and was a judge in South Fulton, which we pointed out to you before was in 2019.
That's it. That's it right there. That's the text. It started when she left the DA's office and was a judge in South Fulton. And this is all speculation, remember? Judge of the South Fulton, Georgia Municipal Court in office 2019 to 2020. Yeah, it was going on then, according to Terrence Bradley.
And then he said they met at the municipal court CLE conference. She responded, that's what I figured when he was married. Then right after that comes the next text we went over. Is this accurate? It's literally 13 minutes later. She texts, is this accurate? Upon information and belief, Willis and Wade met while both were serving as magistrate judges and began a romantic relationship at that time. He responds, no, municipal court.
Yeah.
She says, thank you.
Because Nathan Wade was a municipal judge as well.
He says, listen to this. He says, but you can't put where they met. Not many people know that. I might be one of the only, not even Chris Campbell. Okay, I'm sorry. Again,
sheesh.
He doesn't want it to be obvious that he's the source. He's worried. He knows it doesn't look good for him to be sharing this information about Nathan Wade, with whom he has clearly had a falling out because he left the law firm. And we saw in the cross-examination that was done of him on Feb 15 or 16, they accused him of sexually assaulting either one person twice or two people. He denied it.
Right. And so since they accused him of that sexual assault and blasted it on national television, basically, worldwide television, why does he still feel the need to be loyal to Nathan Wade and Fani Willis? Like I said before, it's already been entered into the record. So the text messages are there. The judge has seen the text messages. The judge knows exactly what's going on, but he still didn't want to just out and out say what he said in these text messages, which is crazy, which makes it all more, I don't know, like mysterious and kind of shady. You know what I mean? Like what's going to happen to him if he tells the truth? Okay,
we're going to get to that. But he's clearly helping counsel for the defense in this massive case against Trump and Michael Roman and the others, and he doesn't want to be outed. You can't put that in there where they met. Not many people know it. I might be one of the only ones, not even Chris Campbell. Okay, let's keep going. She says, I'm not. She also got stuff from the divorce lawyer. I got a ton of stuff. He says, like, what else? Then he says, when will it drop? He's anticipating it, guys. He's anticipating it. When will it drop? He is screwed. He is so screwed. It's so obvious. The judge has access to all of this.
Yes, he does.
He knows what we know. She says, Monday's my filing deadline. You won't be involved at all. Well, that turned out not to be true. He finally turned over his financial documents, which show he paid for Fani's Delta flight. It has her name on it to California Napa vacation, and he paid for a Royal Caribbean cruise for them.
Okay.
This is Ashley Merchant finally realizing about all the trips. Blah, 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 blah. Then she asks him, this is January 5th, do you even talk to him anymore? And then she said, let's see, Fani is the one in most trouble. She didn't get county approval to hire him. Wow. She's required by statute to do so. And he seems to be responding to, do you even talk to him anymore? No, I don't. That's also kind of interesting. Okay, then she says, I can send you a draft. I'm almost done with my motion. I can send you a draft. Can't wait to hear about your trip. And he says, okay, happy hunting, LOL.
Happy
I'm
hunting?
sorry, but there's like a 180 between this person in these texts and the man we saw on the stand. Happy hunting. Don't identify me.
Wow.
Like offering ideas, volunteering information. It continues. Let's see. To your knowledge, has Nathan ever prosecuted a felony? I can't find a single one. Never in his life has he ever prosecuted a felony.
There goes
she writes, that's what I found too. It's bad. He asks her, send a rough draft. He's asking her to send him the motion. Merchant responds, let's see. Okay.
I say there goes the qualifications because, that was one of the arguments. They're like, how did this guy who's never tried a criminal case in his life get to be the lead prosecutor on a case going after a former president? Like a very important case, and get paid the tune of, $650,000 and counting. This is bad. This is so awful, Like, this is really like, I don't know if they didn't try to cover their tracks or what, but it just really just blew up all in their face, man. This is crazy.
Promise not to share it. I don't want it leaked before I file it. I protected you completely, by the way. He says, I promise he won't share it. They're working together. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. He's not doing anything wrong. It's what this confirms is what we knew. He had information that was non-privileged from Nathan Wade. Yep. He felt more than comfortable sharing it. Maybe the two didn't get along. They haven't talked, he said, in a while. And he obviously wanted Ashley Merchant and the defense to know. He wanted them to know.
Why?
That this is the truth. This is before Wade and Willis have taken the stand to deny it under oath. Maybe Terrence Bradley's thinking they'll admit it under oath. He says to her they're going to deny it.
Have to, right?
One thing to deny it privately to a lawyer or to the press, quite another to do so under oath.
Right.
All right, let's keep going. She says, not that you needed protection, but I kept you out of it. Let me know your thoughts. Now, of course, she wants to keep him out of it. I got to have a glass of wine. This is a lot.
Yeah, right? It's too much.
She's trying to keep him out of it, but she can't keep him out of it. Ultimately, she's not going to be able to keep him out of it. Okay. Then he responds, this is about an hour and a half after she texted him the motion. He responds, I really appreciate you keeping me out, but I think you need to add me in the footnote 15 because I had a contract as well.
Yes.
That way it doesn't seem like I was involved. And here it is. Here it is. This is the prelude to the text we went over.
That's a little something called CYA, cover your ass. So if Terrence Bradley got a contract and the other law partner got a contract from the county because of Nathan Wade's relationship with Fani Willis, you see where I'm going here? This is really, really bad. So he's even trying to patch it up a little bit because he's kind of implicated in a way. He's gotten this money that maybe he shouldn't have gotten for a contract with the county. This is unprecedented. And it's so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary, but hey, it is what it is.
Good point. This is the prelude to the text we read you earlier, where he's saying, I appreciate you keeping me out, but you need to add me back into that footnote because I had a contract as well with the DA's office, he means. And that way it doesn't seem like I was involved. You guys all see it. You know what he's doing. He doesn't want it. Of course he doesn't want it out there that he was helping, but he was helping.
It's out there now.
Okay, keep going here. She says, I took you out. I can add it back. Good point. Yes, add it back, he says. She says, anything else? Anything that isn't accurate? He says, looks good. We've been over that. She looks good. How do you think they will respond? I'm trying to anticipate. He says, did you look at campaign contributions? I can't remember what we gave her when she was running. She says, good idea. And Sonia Allen now. How will they react to this? She reiterates, attack me?
Who is Sonia
Give
Allen?
the stupid no fear or favor speech?
Who is Sonia Allen? I'm interested now. Deputy District Attorney, Anti-Corruption Division. So how does this work then? Sonia Allen's going to potentially have to put her boss on trial? Is that possible? Or is she implicated? The whole office. I mean, allegedly trying to implicate anybody who isn't implicated. But it was just interesting to know that, now he's talking about the Anti-Corruption Division.
They won't attack you. They're going to deny it. And she says if they deny it, they will become public liars. Okay, let's see.
That's happening.
I'm just reading here. 1/6/24. This is a lot of back and forth around 1/6/24. I am shocked she paid him so much.
Right?
How did they think they wouldn't get caught? So careless. This is Ashley Merchant.
Man.
Why not just not pay Nathan? Lord. Terrence Bradley. Arrogance. This is so telling. This is fascinating. I am shocked she paid him so much. How did they think they wouldn't get caught? So careless. Why not just not pay Nathan? Arrogance. Okay, moving on. Okay, she says, I may subpoena the detail. She seems to mean security detail, but wasn't sure if it would help much. Those guys know it all. Here's his response. This is 1/7/24, 12:12 p.m.
So this is actually all happening in January, 1/7/24. So it just happened? You mean Terrence Bradley just recently brought this up before this hearing happened? Wow. This is really shady.
Here's his response. This is 1/7/24, 12:12 p.m. Yes, but they changed. You need to subpoena their original detail and current detail. You really want the guys when she was initially elected. Now you tell me, audience, was she initially elected prior
2020
to hiring Nathan Wade? Yeah, she was. She was elected in 2020.
Yeah.
Why would Terrence Bradley be saying you've got to get her original security detail she had back in 2020?
They got
You
everything.
really want those guys.
They know everything.
Why would he be saying that when she's saying I've got to get the detail? Those guys know it all. If the affair wasn't going on in 2020 when she was initially elected.
Right.
It's right here.
Jesus.
The judge has this. He knows what we know. Terrence Bradley saw what Robin Yurty saw.
Yes.
This affair was going on for years prior to 2022, and these two lied. They took the stand and, in my very well-educated opinion, told lies under oath to this judge, to these lawyers, to Fulton County, to all of us. To all of us. He's divulging this with zero questioning by Ashley Merchant. She's not prompting him which detail? Tell me when. That's not what's happening here. All right, keeping going. Okay, other than security detail, she writes, can you think of anyone else who can confirm their romantic relationship? Obviously leaving you and Chris out of the mix. Maybe her kids, other coworkers? He responds, her kids, yes.
Wow, the kids.
Where's the Mr. Maybe I need to pause here.
I do not recall.
And show the audience. Where's the Sot Deb where he's like, I only had one conversation about this. Do we have that cut?
Right. What
only
happened?
ever had. Okay. Can I just want to play for you. I'm going to interject in the midst of these text messages what he was saying yesterday on the stand, which was literally, I only ever had one conversation with Nathan Wade, privileged or otherwise, only one, about his relationship with Fani. And now he's like, get the detail back in 2020. They're going to know it all.
Wow. This is crazy. Man, the way Fani Willis came up there and denied it, she really had people defending her. A lot of people came online and defended Fani Willis for you guys are just bringing up these charges that you're trying to take it off of the real thing. But what has been uncovered is corruption. This is not the end of this. Oh, and I don't see any way that the judge tomorrow, when he makes his ruling, which I assume he's going to make his ruling after, arguments tomorrow, I don't see any way he can allow them to continue on this case. It's just too many conflicts of interest. It's the worst. It's the worst handling of a case of this magnitude that I can imagine. Just dumb mistakes. If you're gonna date them, don't hire them for the lead prosecutor job. But it remains to be seen. All this is speculation, as Terrence Bradley said yesterday. But let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. If you want to watch more, please watch one of these videos down below. Also opening up consultations if you want to talk about YouTube, if you want to talk about any of the topics that I talk about on this channel. I am also a skilled entertainment professional. If you want some advice in entertainment, acting, writing, producing, directing, please hit up my link in the description to set up a one-on-one with Faucette Media. This is Faucette Media.